Are you ready?
I've been ready.
Don't give me any of your crap.
Come on, we're wasting people's time.
Hi there. Thanks for diving into Two Peas, Same Pod, the humorous podcast of family unity that proves we're all in this comedic roller coaster of life together. Here are your hosts, the father and daughter duo, Eric and Tovah Weinstein.
Hello, and welcome to Two Peas.
Same pod.
I'm your host. I'm your host, Eric Weinstein.
I'm the other co-host, Tovah Weinstein.
And we are a father-daughter podcast.
Father-daughter.
Pretty much about everything. For those of you just joining us for the first time, or maybe just first, second, or third time, we try to break our podcast into 3 segments. First segment is called World Peas, where we talk about things going on in pop culture.
This spiel again, people probably just fast forward through this.
Maybe they do. Our second segment is called Peas Our Family.
Peas our family.
And besides that very feeble impression of Sister Sledge, we talk about things from our family folklore. And lastly, we have Peas of Information.
Peas of information.
Peas of information. Still no idea why we do that. But that's where I toss Tovah a few questions, and I get some hot answers.
Now, these episodes, the segments have been kind of all over the place, combined in a sense, so this episode will be the same. We're going to continue our talk from last episode, the vacation part 2.
Yep, that's correct. Vacation part 2. I think we finished yesterday talking about how our ship had broken down after we got off and after we had left the cruise after us, the itinerary after us.
So we're just jumping right in.
Yes, I think, well, I'm just saying, I think that's where we ended, where people got stuck in Turkey for an entire week and then went back to Athens, and how you and I probably would have killed people. We would have been on the news. Because we
just like that father that propped his daughter up on the railing on the Disney cruise, and his daughter fell overboard, and he, quotes, heroically jumped in to save her. Yeah, you caused the situation, playa.
Yeah, heroically, I mean, besides the tragedy that would have occurred had his kid drowned.
I would have drowned.
How could he? Yes. How could he live with himself?
Yes.
How could he live with himself?
I don't know why you decided to prop her up on the balcony. It's like
jackass.
It's like cruising 101. Don't put anything on the railing. Not even a person, especially not a person.
We know people who won't go on cruises and book balcony staterooms because they're afraid their kids are going to jump overboard.
Well, I said to Nick, I was like, what's stopping someone from sleepwalking unintentionally?
It would be awful hard to open up the slider to the balcony.
Yeah, they have those sealed and locked away. They have like 2 locks on the door.
The celebrity ship that we were on, actually, you're right, did have 2 locks. You had to turn the handle to unlock it, but up top near the ceiling, there was another lock that folded down onto the slider, so you couldn't open it. So you really had to unlock it 2 times, whereas on Princess, I think they only have the lock on the door handle.
Mm-hmm. So Princess, they don't care if someone goes overboard.
Apparently not. Well, I'm sure they do, because they'd lose out with that potential onboard spending.
Okay, but before we get back into our vacation chit-chat, anything in the news, anything that's happened recently? Oh, I'll tell you. I walked in the office today to record.
Hold on, that's not news. That has nothing to do with
news
pop culture.
News to these people.
No, that's more of a family lore thing. Yeah,
not family lore. I walk in, I start getting yelled at. I'm like, I'm here for you. I'm here for the podcast.
You're here for me.
I'm here for our listeners.
You're here for the listeners.
Yes, of course.
You were not here for me. But okay, people, let me set the stage.
Let me set the scene.
No, let me set the scene.
Let me set the scene.
A couple of weeks ago when we got home from vacation, I had taken with me a few T-shirts, and I also bought a couple of T-shirts while we were away. And when I went to open up my drawers in my dresser in my bedroom, I had just basically run out of room. I've got so much garbage and crap stuck into that dresser. I've got all sorts of stuff in there. Mm-hmm. And I got a ton of T-shirts.
A ton.
I'm telling you, I must have 3 or 4 drawers worth of T-shirts.
Half of them is LL Bean. Half of them are polos. Half of them are Life is Good T-shirts.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
So I decided, because I had seen this website online, I think it's called Repat or something like that, where they make quilts from old
yeah.
T-shirts. So I decided to order one. It was on sale. There was like a July 4th sale. So I ordered one, and I need to provide this company 42 sides of T-shirts. So obviously I am going through my collection of T-shirts, and I'm trying to find ones that have some meaning or significance, not just the usual.
There's some good ones in there. I'm surprised you're just tossing them to the wind.
I'm not tossing them to the wind. I am going to separate the panels that they need separated, and that box that's on the floor next to them is what I'm going to pack them in and send them off to the company to make the quilt.
My bad.
So over the past couple of weeks, I have been slowly taking a selection of those shirts and putting them in a pile.
He's
it
being
happens to be
dramatic.
on the kitchen table. I have our fabric scissors there.
Yeah, well, I was wondering why they were there.
So they were there. They're my T-shirts. I want to be clear. There's no disputing whose clothing it is. Okay, none. No dispute. So I'm sitting here.
This T-shirt sitting on the kitchen table for like 3 weeks, just sitting there.
Not 3 weeks, people.
3 weeks. 2. Maybe 2.
Maybe 2 weeks, but
Yes.
probably less than 2 weeks. They are sitting there.
No, because they were there before we went away, and it's been...
They weren't there before. I did. I just said I did it when we got back.
Oh.
You know what? It'll be 2 weeks on Friday because Friday night after the cleaning lady came 2 weeks ago, that's when I put them there. That weekend, I think. I moved them from where they were to that part of the table. So it'll be 2 weeks on Friday.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm sitting here. I'm minding my own business at work. Tovah's supposed to come at 4 o'clock today to record. She tells me at like 10 of 3 that she's going to be there in a few minutes.
Yeah,
so
like
she comes
Grammy
ahead
says,
of time. If you're not early, you're late.
Yeah.
And Tovah walks in, and what is she wearing? One of my T-shirts from that pile on the kitchen table. I know it immediately because I'm the only one in the house that has a ESPN Zone T-shirt.
You know what? This is payback. This is payback. ESPN.
For the teriyaki wings?
Yes, for the teriyaki chicken wings. This is payback.
You got to go back to an earlier episode, people, to learn about the teriyaki chicken wings.
He ate my teriyaki chicken wings that were labeled Tovah's with an apostrophe S, possessive S, meaning they were my chicken wings, and he just ate them one night.
It was not possessive. It was an identifier. It was merely telling me what was in the package were Tovah's chicken wings.
Nope.
Not Tovah's
Possessive.
Don't anybody touch them chicken
Possessive,
wings.
the date as well, so I knew when they were not good anymore. I knew.
So now I can't use that shirt
You
until
can
it's
use the
washed.
shirt.
I'm not sending it dirty.
No, you don't have to send it dirty.
Now I have to wait for her to wash it. It's like you can't leave anything out in our house, on the counter, on the table, nothing. You can't leave.
Sticky fingers.
She has tremendously sticky fingers.
The other day I went in the closet and I was like, was that what you were just supposed to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
I went in the closet before, I don't know, just like I snuck in all sneaky, and I took one of my mom's jean jackets. She's been telling me, if you want any jean jackets, I have a million of them. So what do? I take it upon myself to look at the jean jackets. She gets back in from walking Franklin. She's like, you went through my closet? And I was like, yeah, I found one that I liked. And she's like, well, let me see which one you took. And she was like, Tovah, I do not like that. I do not like that whatsoever.
Well, the odd thing is that they fit you because mom is 4'5", and you're like 6 feet tall. It's crazy. So let's get back to our journey to Greece. It's going to be a little bit shorter episode. I got work to do.
I have things to do too.
And what are those things besides getting Franklin?
Am I getting Franklin?
That was the deal.
We didn't shake on nothing.
The shake is memorialized by my T-shirt that you're wearing.
Payback, baby.
Let's talk a little bit about the island hopping. Okay, we took our cruise, like I said, on the Celebrity Infinity. We departed Athens. First day was at sea. Second day, which is our first stop, Rhodes, the Isle of Rhodes.
Okay.
Then we went to Turkey, which we talked about the prior episode. Then we went to Mykonos.
Yes,
Then Santorini.
Yes.
Then Hydra.
Yes.
Then back to Athens.
I think they pronounce it Hydra.
They do pronounce it Idra. They don't even pronounce the
Idra.
hard A. It's Idra. Tell me, what did you think of the islands?
I thought they were good. I thought that Mykonos definitely was the party island.
Okay.
Definitely a windy island.
Very windy on those islands.
Yes, very windy. I thought very walkable. Mykonos was very walkable. That's one of the stops where we kind of just got off and walked to Old Town and, walked around. It was fine. I thought it was nice. Did we do anything together in Mykonos?
No, I don't think we even saw each other.
No, so me and Nick, we just kind of wandered around in the wind.
Well, you wander around and the town, the buildings are very, very close to each other. So the streets are very, very narrow.
Oh, my God. There's so many people. You would think because we got off kind of maybe that's a stop. We kind of got off a little later in the day. But it was so busy in the walkways. Like, it was so crowded. But it ended up being okay because once you kind of get into, like, the depths of everything, it's not that busy because you go on, like, side streets. Me and Nick found, like, a bakery. We went in there. He used the bathroom. We got these, like, honey delights, they were called. Little pastries, which were fine, which were good. And we got some coffee when we were out there. But we basically got coffee in every stop that we had. Just taste the local coffee. It wasn't the biggest fan of the Turkish coffee, but I think I said that last episode.
Yeah, it's very strong over there, and it's brewed differently.
But walked to the windmills, which were nice. How'd you like Mykonos?
Mykonos was nice. It was very windy, and I was wearing a hat. My hat kept flying off, and Mom was chasing it down the street at one point. So I ended up just clipping it on my bag, my Merce. And
his man purse.
That's right, Merce.
Like a satchel guy. Like a woman. No, he actually had like a woman's crossbody purse.
It was not a woman's crossbody purse.
Woman's crossbody purse.
I had my camera in it.
Lipstick.
Okay.
Nail polish.
Cigarettes. Whatever. Anyway, I had a whole bunch of crap in there, and it was convenient to carry it around. We walked around. It was nice. The weather was warm, but it was because it's breezy on the island. It was definitely nice. It's very traditional looking in what people think about Greece, I think, with the whitewashed buildings. And, I thought it was very pleasant. I liked Rhodes, but the thing that's about Rhodes and I think Mykonos more than any other places we went, it was really just all shops or shopping.
Yeah.
Now, Rhodes was nice. We ported right near where the Colossus of Rhodes would have been standing had it not been knocked over by an earthquake way back when, if it even really existed. But it was nice to walk into the old port and then through the fortress and then up the cobblestone street to the Palace of the Grand Master, which we then walked around. And Mom and I were doing that on our own. You and Josh and Nick and Hannah were doing your own thing as well on the island.
Yeah, we walked around like we took the long way.
Yeah. And we ended up walking down in and among the streets of Old Port. But the streets of Old Port and Rhodes, it's just stores. It's just shopping.
Yeah, it's all shops.
And a lot of the shops are selling the same BS. So you're going from one to the other. Now, I did happen to buy, I think we said it yesterday, I bought a backgammon set in Rhodes.
He bargained people.
Well, everything over there is up for bargaining. There's no set price. Even though they have a price tag, it seems to be a loose suggestion of what the actual price is going to be.
Classic.
So we, went and I walked around. Mom and I went to that shop that was selling backgammon sets. And I will tell you the shopkeeper was very nice, an old guy, and no pressure. I mean, he was nice. He was sort of joking or lightly teasing. But at no point in time did I feel the pressure to buy or did I feel like he was really leveraging me in any way. Ultimately, I ended up going back a couple of times. I kept thinking about it, looking.
Because last time he didn't purchase his backgammon set, he's had regret.
Yeah, back when I passed on a backgammon set in Sorrento in 2017, and I've never forgotten that. So this was an opportunity to...
We definitely couldn't fit it on that trip on the way back.
No. But we were able to fit it in your suitcase this time. And
my suitcase still stands to be the latest on the way back. Yeah. Out of all of us.
Yes, you said that in the last episode.
Yeah, I just need to brag a little bit.
But we have some nice pictures. There's a nice picture of you and Mom under the arch, looking out onto the water out through the arch of the fortress. So that was nice. That was pleasant. Turkey, we've already talked about. Mykonos, we talked about. I like that. What do you think about Santorini?
It was one of my favorites, but the way up is not. They don't tell you. They don't tell you that the cable cars are awfully steep.
Well, sure they do if you read any guidebook or do any research ahead of time.
I'm not doing any research. What do I need to do research for?
Then you would have learned about the cable cars.
I didn't realize they were that steep. I knew we had to go on cable cars, but I didn't realize it was... I realized it was up the side of a cliff, but I guess I didn't realize it was up the side of a cliff.
So in Santorini, people, there's only two places that the boats will port. One is in the old port, and you tender in from offshore. You take a small boat from your cruise ship to the old port. At the old port, there are only two ways up the mountain to get to Fera, which is the city or the main town on Santorini. That is, as Tovah has said, a very steep cable car where each car only holds 6 people, or the mule path, which is a cobblestone path, 582 steps.
You were convinced you could walk down it.
I think we could have walked down it.
No.
No?
People struggle to walk up and down.
Okay. Well, we didn't. You can take a mule. You could have ridden a mule up.
You could take a mule, my mule, my ass.
That's one way, and that's the way we had to go. However, there is a new port, what they call a new port, and that's way on the other side of the island near Ia, which is where the Blue Dome churches are located, the very traditional, classic Greek postcard of the Blue Dome Church. There is a new port near there, and cars and buses or cabs can go down to the port and pick people up. Unfortunately, not us. So we got to the old port. We took the cable car up, and then we met our tour guide. His name in English is Archie, but his name in Greek was Argyris. And we met him at the top of the cable car, and we went on for a 4-hour tour of the island.
Yeah.
Saw all sorts of stuff, went to all the places with the blue domes.
Picturesque places.
Got a lot of pictures of that. We ended up going down to a black sand beach.
Got some coffee.
Got some coffee at a little shop near there.
Just saw the 3 Bell Tower church.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
And, had lunch on a cliffside restaurant.
Yes, that was delicious.
Yeah, the food very good.
Tomato fritters or croquettes.
Those tomato fritters were phenomenal.
We'll post, I guess, again, we'll post some pictures of the food that we indulged in.
And then the last island we stopped at, as we said, was Hydra.
One of my favorites, honestly, probably my favorite.
Mom and I were not going to get off the boat that day.
Bastards.
Again, because he had a tender in.
And the tenders had been really, really rocking people, side to side.
The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to return soup in a deli. That's from Seinfeld. Anyway, the sea was angry those several days. But we ended up, Josh and Hannah went onto the island, and you and Nick had gone onto the island.
Well, no, Josh and Hannah had to wait to get onto the island.
Oh, you went early,
Yeah,
right?
me and Nick, you know me. I'm up. I'm sticking to a plan. These people have no urgency. I'm like, I'm getting off the boat this time. I'm off the boat that time. Me and Nick get off the boat, tender in, all the fun stuff. And then I get a call from you guys, and all 4 of you are stuck on the boat saying they're not letting anyone tender in anymore because the port had too much congestion, like a lot of people, which was weird because I don't think any other ships were there that day. So were they talking about our shit? Like too many people were getting off, and I don't know. Anyway, but it was all what they claimed. Oh no,
there was some breakdown or something. There were other ferries and things coming in, and then one of the tenders broke down.
Yeah,
so they were having some technical difficulties.
Yeah. Anyway, they say it's mostly walking, and there are no cars. BS. There are cars.
There were 2 emergency vehicles.
I think Nick looked it up, and there's you can get government certified or vehicles can drive on the island or so. It's not, I don't know. I think it's not too hard to obtain a license on Hydra.
Hydra is like Martha's Vineyard for Athens. It's a vacation island. Not a lot of commercialization. There are plenty of little shops, bakeries, and cafes.
Beautiful.
Right when you get into port. But as you go further into the island, there's really not that much.
The most cats I've ever seen.
They have a wild cat problem there for sure.
Hey, cat distribution system found us. They found us, and unfortunately, I did not get to take one home.
Yeah, no chance.
Cats could kill you if they had opposable thumbs.
Meow. Meow. So you guys convinced us though to go on to Hydra, and so Mom and I did. We took a tender. It was very rocky. Even Mom was a little spooked. and she doesn't mind that sort of stuff. But it was rocky getting in. We got into port. We walked around just the front little streets, kind of hung out for a little bit, took some pictures, and took the tender back. I'm glad we did. It was a very pretty island, very picturesque. But
Remind me of Croatia, which I've never been to.
then how could it remind you of that?
Reminds me of Croatia.
Okay, that's nice. In your head.
Yeah.
And then
I've always wanted to go to Croatia. There are some cruises that go to Dubrovnik.
Dubrovnik, yeah, in
And-
Montenegro.
Yes, that's where. And Kotor.
Montenegro,
Yeah, and Corfu, Greece.
Corfu.
Yeah, so that's a cruise that I would like to do in the future. Mark that down.
Is that the one that Mom and I are taking next?
Nice.
That's after
Stay tuned.
That's after Mom and I go to Australia.
Nice.
Mom and I
Or
go to Portugal.
Nice.
These are all places that the kids want to go to. So
Stay tuned to
not.
find out where your next vacation will be.
bum bum bum.
Bum bum bum. Are you guys looking at anything or?
Yeah, we got our eyes on a couple of things right now. We're looking at going away sometime next spring.
Okay,
We'll
next
see.
spring.
Just me and Mom.
Are you gonna leave on Grammy's birthday again?
You just had to throw that in there, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Shut up, Grammy. I would never book a trip on your birthday.
I'm taking this out, people. So we had a good time. Athens was warm, but we did go to the Acropolis.
Yes, we did.
We had a couple of good meals there in Athens.
In Athens?
We ate. Oh, that place you got sick that night, Saturday night.
Oh, yeah. But
it
what
had nothing
I had,
to do with the food.
Yeah, what I had of it was delicious. What I
Yeah,
had.
you just weren't feeling well.
Yeah, I
mean,
wasn't
it's-
feeling. Oh, if you want to get into that, when I get very, very hungry, or when I don't know what it was, but I was dehydrated, I was hungry, I was all the things, and I just start gagging,
Yeah.
uncontrollably gagging, like dry heaving. And then there was one point in the meal where I was like, I need to stand up, like I need to go to the bathroom. This is no good,
No bueno.
no bueno. Almost get to the toilet, almost. Bleh. Everywhere, almost in the toilet.
So poor Elaine had to go down to this restroom, find Tovah,
Well,
and then had to clean up after her.
Well, let's add that I'm the only one apparently who has like cell service in a different country, like paid for in the plan. So all these other people, they're on like airplane mode. I'm trying to call them, and it's all going to voicemail. I'm like chunking in the toilet, and I'm trying to call these people. I finally got a hold of Nick, but it came across as no caller ID. He hears like he hears like dry heaving. He's like, I wanted to guess it was you. That's when Mom came down, but I could barely get a hold of anyone as I'm puking in a foreign country.
Nothing like puking in a foreign country, I say. Let's just get on to our piece of information. Let's learn more. Piece of information. Piece of information relating to the cruise.
Okay.
You had a lot of different experiences, foods, beverages, what have you.
Yes.
Who was your favorite waitstaff person or service employee on the ship?
I loved Yosef. Is that the baby face? He was in the dining room.
Oh, you mean the assistant waiter?
Yes, he was awesome.
It wasn't Yosef. It was something else.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was Luis. It was the main one.
No,
Shiva.
it was Loretto was the main one.
Oh.
Shiva was the sommelier.
What's his name?
Was it like Juvian or
No, what's his name?
Evans?
Evans was one of my favorites.
Your
'cause
liquor guy.
Yeah, he was the cocktail guy. There was a wine guy and a cocktail guy at dinner. And the
Shiv was the cocktail. I'm sorry, was the wine guy.
Shiva. Let's not
Okay.
not on nickname basis yet.
Shiva was the wine guy, the sommelier, and Evans was the liquor, beer, and soda guy.
He spelled his name
Evance. I have a picture of his name tag.
You took a picture of their name tags.
Yes.
Yes.
Because when you want to do the post-cruise survey, if you want to name names, so they get maybe a little bonus based on how much people talk about them and say how great they were. So that's why I want to make sure I remember their names.
A lot of people don't want to go on cruises. A lot of people are scared. What do you have to say to those people?
Scared of what?
Scared of being on a floating boat in the middle of an ocean.
Well, it all depends on what you're doing. I'm not sure I would love to cruise transatlantic. I'm not sure I'd want to go from Florida to England or Florida to Spain. I think once you're out in the middle of the ocean, you're on your own, baby. I think when you do these cruises through the Caribbean islands, through the islands in Greece, in the Mediterranean, you're never really that far from land. In an emergency, you're close enough that emergency boats or helicopters can get to you. Now, most large cruise ships have a helipad, and if not a helipad, they at least have a staging area on the boat where they can put like a stretcher or something, and a helicopter can come and pick people up. We know somebody who was airlifted from a cruise ship in the Mediterranean and taken to Athens. I know somebody. He's since passed away, not because of that incident, but we do know somebody who was taken up. So for people who are afraid of like medical emergencies, they do have doctors and nurses on board so they can handle limited emergencies. It's not like Dr. Odyssey. They're not going to be doing the crazy surgeries on board, but there are medical facilities available, number one. Number two,
a morgue can be made available.
If somebody does die, they do have places they can store the body. Hopefully they won't get mixed up with anything else that might get into the main dining room. So for people who are worried about getting seasick, I can tell you I've suffered from vertigo most of my life, and I've had it on cruise ships, but mostly now the modern cruise ships are very stable. They have built-in stabilizers. When we were in the Aegean Sea a couple of weeks ago, like I said, the sea was angry. The seas were rough. We never felt it on board.
Yeah, true.
And that wasn't even a modern boat. That boat was 25 years old.
True.
But, we didn't even really feel it. So that was good. I think for people who are resistant going on cruises for those reasons, there's no need to be afraid of going on a cruise.
And it's not people who are resistant because of like what they hear, the typical cruise vibe. It's either old people or it's either party, party, party. And this was a good mix. We don't cruise on like party lines, let's say. Like Carnival is more of a rowdier line. Like we cruise on lines where older people, I think we prefer that because they have like the pool area. No one's cannonballing in your face. The music, the party, the drinks. Do you see drunk people? Like, I swear they water down all of the alcohol. I'm sure they water down.
That's how they make money.
All of the alcohol. People really don't get like blackout drunk. Like, it's not like a whole...
No, it's not like those big party cruises
yes.
at all. So you're right. So if you're looking for a non-party crowd, but a good boat that has a lot of activities during the day.
Princess.
Has nice places that it stops, good excursions. Princess, celebrities on the same level. Mm-hmm. So I would say, those are boats that we find appropriate for us where, you and Josh, Hannah, and Nick, you don't like I don't say you don't like the party at all.
Party.
You're not looking to get blackout drunk at all. Well, maybe you are. But nobody else is really looking to get blackout drunk, and
yeah, they barely utilize their drink package on board. I'm like, Nick, I'm going to the bar. I'm going to the bar. I'm going to the bar. You want anything? I'm going to the bar. I'm going to the bar. They would be like to Nick, like he got Budweiser like one day, like maybe like two of them. The guy was like Budweiser guy, like the rest of the cruise.
That was like me, Carolina guy.
Yeah, Carolina
in Turkey. So it's funny. I didn't really use my alcoholic beverage package at all. I didn't drink one alcoholic beverage when we were on the ship. However, I did drink a lot of coffee. Mm-hmm. Specialty coffees, and I did get some canned soda. Mm-hmm. So that was all covered by our package. So
you could have gotten the soda package.
Yeah, but I didn't. Our cruise was priced based on like an all-inclusive, which included, the alcohol stuff. So yeah, overall, it
success.
Worked, success, yes. Last question for me before we sign off on this episode.
For you.
What was your most favorite thing you ate?
I really liked the tzatziki that we had. It was just so fresh. We had one, I think, in Turkey that had carrots in it in the tzatziki, and that's not usual. And I thought that was really good. I also thought my mystery meat, my lamb and cow kebab, I thought that was delicious.
Lamb and beef. Yes, lamb and beef.
I thought that was delicious. And then I had some gyros that were really good. Some cheese croquettes. Those were delicious that we had in Santorini. The cheese croquettes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, overall, you guys like the fava bean, like a hummus sort of dip.
Yeah, it was made from hot fava beans instead of garbanzo or chickpeas. We like that. We like they had a lot of roasted eggplant dips, which we really like.
Delish.
Not just baba ganoush, but other like sort of marinated eggplant dishes and stuff that were served kind of chunky. Those were good.
Did you get moussaka?
I got moussaka at that restaurant in Santorini on the cliff, and then Josh got moussaka at Old Ithaca
which had zucchini instead of eggplant.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. I didn't
Yes.
know that. Look good.
Yes,
Hannah got
Delicious.
pasticcio there. That looked good. All the Greek food looked good, but you know what they call it in Greece?
food.
Thank you.
After a week, it does get old. Like the same food.
Yeah, but that's just because we don't eat a lot of different things. I mean,
Yeah.
you could have chosen from any number of things. They had plenty of food.
Yeah,
to
I
choose
got
from.
some sort of like chicken meal every time. Like chicken kebab,
Chicken souvlaki.
chicken gyro.
A lot of chicken.
Yeah, a lot of chicken. Dairy.
Well, yeah, a lot of dairy. The tzatziki is dairy. And anyway, so we had a good time. Going to have a long break before any other vacations with the kids. Okay.
Like from Grown Ups 2. What?
yeah.
Me
Tim
and
Meadows.
Nick just watched that movie.
God.
It was hilarious. It's hilarious.
That movie is so bad.
Grown Ups 2, people, one of my favorites.
It is one of Tovah's favorites.
Yeah, it's just so stupid.
It is incredibly stupid.
If you like pina coladas.
All right. And on that note, people,
You didn't even ask. You asked me one question.
I asked you two. Favorite
Okay.
wait staff, favorite food. You talked about your favorite island already.
Come on, people. His questions are getting weak. If you have questions for the peas, make sure you leave them on our Instagram.
You heard her, people. She's in charge of the gram.
Is anything new in my life?
Tovah, is there anything new in your life?
I actually started a new part-time gig. Thank you for asking.
Oh, you're welcome for asking. Please tell.
Please do tell. Oh, yes. It is a part-time floor lead at a jewelry company called Majuri. It's also in Chestnut Hill. Shout out. I'm giving them a free shout out. The company is based out of Toronto or Canada rather than Laguna Beach where my other company was based out of. But yeah, everything's going good. It's a step up from what I was doing. I'm now like training some of the stylists, doing a lot of back of house operations, stuff like that. So, yep, a step up. Chugging along this journey we call life. So that is my update.
All right. So thank you for listening. And on that note, this has been Two Peas.
Same pod. See you next Tuesday, people.
Peace out.
And peas out. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Thanks for listening to Two Peas, Same Pod, hosted by Eric and Tovah Weinstein. Please subscribe and join us next time as we continue to share humorous anecdotes, funny mishaps, and comical observations from our own lives.
Two Peas, Same Pod is produced by 1253 Studios, bringing always humorous and sometimes thought-provoking conversations to you through your favorite podcasting sites. Creative Content and Marketing Director Tovah Weinstein. Executive Producer and Chief Editor Eric Weinstein. Music by MBB. Find his work on YouTube by searching for MBB Music or at mbbmusic.com. Special thanks for the intro, outro, and trailer voiceover to Jordan Rich of CBS Boston Radio and Chart Productions, providing audio and voiceover recording and production, as well as podcast production and support. Visit Jordan at chartproductions.com. Funding for Two Peas Same Pod is provided by the Law Office of Eric Weinstein and listeners like you. Please consider subscribing and supporting this podcast. Until we meet again, this was Two Peas Same Pod, a 1253 Studios production.